Welcome to the Fantasy Football People Power Podcast. This is your host, Ryan Harper.
Nick Snowhawk Lamb.
Tempest.
So I guess Lamb stole my name there. That's cool, I guess. This week we have a special guest on the podcast. He's been on the podcast, through us, because we talk about him almost every week. But we have the self-proclaimed god of fantasy football himself, Marcus Andrew Ledbetter. Say hello, Mark.
That's hilarious. What up, dog?
So, Mark, I got to ask you one quick question. Have you been listening to the podcast?
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything to say to the three of us?
You guys are all a bunch of assholes. I know that much.
Why? Why would you say that?
I don't know. I guess I like it.
Do you want to tell any of us anything specific? Because I know we've held nothing back these last couple weeks with you, especially. Do you want to unleash on us at all?
Not really. I mean, you guys kind of suck and are harsh, and but whatever. It's the game. Okay. We all play it.
Yeah. Some better than others, but that's not the point. So let me ask you something, Mark. I think it was 2 weeks ago, week 3. You were playing a game and you got cocky, and you're like, I don't need a kicker to win. I'm a god, And it ends up being a close game, and you needed a kicker, so you drop DeAndre Hopkins, if I'm not mistaken, to pick up a kicker. The kicker got 3 points, and now DeAndre Hopkins is on the 5-0 team. What were you thinking, man?
Fuck, man, I have no fucking idea. I just saw a player, dropped him, and picked up a kicker, and I think I lost anyway.
You did lose, but why would you drop DeAndre? I understand picking up a kicker, I get that, but why drop DeAndre Hopkins? Let me throw some numbers at you. Since Watson has taken over,
the GOAT.
The GOAT. He has targeted DeAndre Hopkins 45 of his 122 pass attempts. It's 37% of his passes are going to DeAndre Hopkins.
That is very excellent.
Yeah. Anyway,
I guess my whole issue with that was whoever their stupid quarterback was throwing them shit passes, and I'm like, well, if they're gonna do that all year, and then if they bring this rookie in, and if he sucks. Then.
But you have backup running backs on your team.
You have 3 backup running backs.
The reason I have 3 backup running backs or 2 backup running backs is because they don't fucking tell me what's going on with Elliott yet. Fuckers. So I gotta have all contingencies in place.
All right, fair enough.
Had James Conner, the backup for Pittsburgh, Morris. And McFadden. That's 3 backups.
But just just throw away a starting wide receiver. Ranked number 2 in the NFL. No big deal. True that. Oh man. Well, Lamb, Tempest, do you have anything to say to Mark since he's on here?
Well, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us.
No problem.
I hope you feel better.
Hell yeah, Peppers! Shit.
All right, Mark, best of luck to you, man. Hopefully you do well this week. I don't know who you play, but best of luck to you. And, hopefully you feel better, man.
Yeah, I hope you lose.
Wow, that's harsh. Why? Why me?
Yeah. You have to lose before the playoffs, bro.
Hey, I don't have to do anything.
You have to lose at least one, because then you're going to lose in the playoffs. It always happens.
We never had an undefeated team in the playoffs, though.
True. But we're not going to have another one because you're not going to make it. It's the curse of the GOAT.
Yeah, I know. I have the most points scored right now, and I don't want it because whoever scores the most points never wins.
I'm right behind you, I think. I'm like 25 or 30 off.
You're 7. You're like 60 off, but yeah, you got the 3rd most points scored.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Nice.
But you're doing good, so awesome. Well. Hey, man, hopefully I see you in the playoffs because I won't see you in the regular season, apparently.
Apparently not, but whatever. Hey, it happens.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get on to the actual podcast. Good talking to you, Mark. We'll catch up with you later.
All right, kids, have fun.
See ya.
Bye.
Right up.
Well, that was Mark. That was fun having him on here. So, now to get down to business. So, last week was week 5, and I'm going to quickly go over the matchups. I was facing Average Joe's, and I beat him 209 to 111. We had Green Around the Gills facing off against Luck of the Irish, and Green Around the Gills won that matchup. Luck of the Irish only scored 79 points. Not a good showing. Brown and Coop You Later defeated 2 Girlies and 1 Cup, 145 to 125. Beer Money defeated Marcus, 155 to 142. And surprisingly, this week, Mark did not drop a top wide receiver for a kicker to secure that loss. Then we had Total Domination defeating Dak to the Future, 205 to 183. Dak to the Future is quickly becoming, I don't know, Dak to the end of the line, man. And then we had Snowflake. You know what? I didn't want to go over this matchup. Lamb, this is your team. I want you to talk about this. This is a historic moment for all of us.
Finally, I won a game this season.
Yeah.
The greatest experience of my life.
It only took 5 weeks, but you did it.
Yeah. I didn't expect it. Thought this was going to be a 0 and 105 losses because I suck ass.
You're so bad you lose more games than there are actual matchups.
I would find a way. I would find a way to succeed in failure. But it was great. Now I could go back to my losing streak.
Well, now you got a new streak, man. You won. Continue this trend, and you'll be 9-4 in the playoffs. Boom.
Well, I am going against Bader, so that is a good
That's an easy one.
possibility that I could get another win.
That's an easy one.
Alrighty, well, let's go into the Week 6 matchups. We will have the Luck of the Irish going up against Beer Money. We have Rams bringing it up in the rear, going against the EB, DB, B, and B, which is Mark's team. We have 2 Girlies going up against Green Around the Gills. We also have the person who stole my nickname, Snowhawks, going up against Total Domination. Then we have myself, Snowflake, going up against Dak to the Future. And then we have Brown and Coop You Later going up against the Average Joes.
One thing on these matchups real quick. My matchup against Total Domination are the 2 teams that made it to the Super Bowl last year. Total Domination ended up beating me. He took home the championship. So I think that's cool. We got the Super Bowl rematch this week. So something to keep an eye on, because I'm here for blood. I might have a bunch of my stars on bye this week, but you know what? He's going down. You heard it here first.
Fixing to give you 6 touchdowns. Both rushing and receiving, 6 each.
Heck yeah. All right, so like last week, the power rankings, we're going to quickly go over that. And at number 1 still is the Snowhawks. Number 2, now this is the biggest jump or fall from last week to this week. Beer Money moved up 6 spots from last week. Beer Money is now number 2 in our power rankings. Very impressive. Then we had Brown and Coop You Later jumping up 4 spots to number 3. Total Domination, the reigning champion, jumps up 1 spot to number 4. And then we have the EBDB falling 3 spots to 5. Then we have Average Joe's. They fall 3 spots as well to 6. 2 Girlies, 1 Cup. They fall 3 spots and they land at number 7. Rams bringing it up the rear falls 2 spots and they land at 8. Green Around the Gills jump 2 spots and they are now at 9. Dak to the Future falls 1 spot and they are number 10. And Luck of the Irish falls a spot and they are number 11. Snowflake, You're still at number 12, but you know what? That win is what you needed to start going in the other direction. So if you can build off that, you're facing Bader, like you said, should be a fairly easy win. And you know what? Next week you can be number 10, and he can be 12, So just got to build off that.
Gonna keep climbing up the ladder.
And well, you can't get to 1 because that's permanently taken, so.
Well, yeah. Second place looks cool, though, for me.
What's that saying? Tempest, what's that saying? If they're saying it's like first is the worst, how's that go?
I don't think I've heard that one, actually.
It's like first is the worst, second is the best. That's what it is. First is the worst, second is the best, third is the one with the hairy chest.
I've never heard that before, but it's pretty cool.
You Alaskan people.
Alaskan bush people. Alright, and real quick, this is just something that I thought was interesting. Just gonna a quick little observation I got a trade this morning from Dak to the future, saying he would like to trade me Blake Bortles for Deshaun Watson.
Was he offering you like a draft pick with that?
I mean, I didn't. All I saw was Bortles for Watson.
What an idiot!
After last week saying, "Oh, well, I mean, Watson's really good. I don't know why he played him." I did play him, but I mean,
Bader's. There's a movie, the Dark Knight movie with Heath Ledger, where this description of the Joker is perfect for Bader. He's like a dog chasing a truck. He wouldn't know what to do if he caught it. He just does things. Like, that's Bader. He just does random things. He has no idea. He's so in over his head. He just clicks random buttons, and he probably didn't even know he sent you a trade. He was just button smashing on his computer.
So I wonder what this button does.
And then I know I went over this with Mark earlier, the whole DeAndre Hopkins. I still can't get over that. I'm never going to forget that. It's going to be 10 years from now, and I'm going to be bringing that up to him. That kicker, again, got him 3 points that he dropped DeAndre Hopkins for. DeAndre Hopkins got 3 touchdowns this week. Like, what an idiot.
And who threw those touchdowns real quick? Was it the GOAT?
It surely wasn't Blake Bortles. It would have been 3 interceptions. I'm pretty sure it was Watson.
The GOAT from Clemson. The second best quarterback in the NFL right now.
Who's the best?
Well, Cameron
Newton. So, if you're sitting in this league 1-4, because there's a couple of you, you're probably discouraged.
Nick.
You might think your season's over. Like, I got 1 win. What can I do? Don't be, because let me tell you something. 6 teams, half the league, are sitting at 3-2. 1 team, which is myself, has a better record than that at 5-0. The rest of the league has a 2-3 or below record. So if you're sitting at 1-4 and you lose this week, you're not out of it. You guys are all so close. Even me being 5-0, I'm only 2 games ahead. That can change in 2 weeks. If I lose 2 games, guess what? I'm not at the top anymore. Like, do not stop playing. Do not sell your team. Obviously, do what you want, but this is my advice to you. Keep playing. Keep playing. This is a very tight league. We are all so close. All of you are within 1 game of each other at 1-2 and 2-3. And then you have the 6 teams that are 3-2, and guess what? Half of them are going to lose this week. Like, you're all right there. Are you going to give up, Lamb?
Huh? I don't think so, unless all my people die.
Tempest, I know you're not in this particular league. If you were sitting at 1-4, knowing that half the league only has 2 more wins than you, and there's still 7 games left, would you quit?
No, I wouldn't give up.
Boom.
Even if I knew for sure that I wasn't going to win, I still wouldn't give up because it would be practice for next year. Like, you can't get better if you don't keep playing.
Practice is good, but one year, I believe it was Brown and QP later, Black Brad. he was out of the playoffs. And I remember I sent him a few trades. I wanted a guy. I forgot who I wanted from him that year. He didn't want to trade anybody. And I was offering draft picks, and he didn't want it. He wanted to play. He wanted to play to the very end. Kudos to you, sir. I'm pretty sure the team he beat was my brother. He beat my brother the last week of the year. Knocked my brother out of the playoffs. Brad was not going to make the playoffs if he won or not. But he beat a team, knocked him out of the playoffs, and changed the entire dynamic of the playoffs. Like, that's... You still have that possibility. You can go 0-12 in the last game of the week, win, and knock a team out of the playoffs. Like, that's beautiful. Like, just do that. Oh, and by the way, that I just realized something. Remember how I said the team that beat Mark, if they only beat Mark the whole year, I'd get him a trophy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember what team that was that beat him?
Nope.
It was Luck of the Irish. And guess what record that team is at right now?
What is that?
They're at 1-4. So the only victory they have is against Mark currently.
Well, I mean, from the looks of it, you got about 2 people with trophy now.
I just happened to look up and I saw that. I'm like, oh crap! I might have to buy another trophy.
No, what? Everybody else beat Mark. You should keep buying everybody trophies.
No, the thing was, you could only beat Mark. You could beat no other team.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, Lamb, let's get into these predictions, man.
All right, well, the predictions for Week 6. For curiosity, for right now in the prediction race, Ryan is leading with 10 correct. I am in second with 9 correct. And then the temp dog is in third place with 8. So it's still very, very close.
But I'm winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's all that matters.
You know, anything is possible. All right, well, let's jump right in for this week with the first game, the Thursday night game. I already have a feeling who Ron's going to pick, but it is the Philadelphia Eagles playing at Carolina against the Panthers.
I am going to go the North Carolina Charlotte Panthers.
Panthers as well for me. What about you, Tempest?
I'm probably gonna go with the Panthers as well. They sound pretty cool.
Nice. Well, I mean, last week you picked Detroit against them, so.
Yeah.
True. I don't have any favoritism though. Yeah.
Yeah, not yet. Anyway, we'll convert you fully into football.
Just don't become a Dallas fan or a Colts fan. Those two teams are trash.
True.
The Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's never going to happen. Don't worry about it.
All right, and now we have the Green Bay Packers playing at Minnesota Vikings.
Green Bay. After that, a minute and 12 seconds left in the game, and they just drove down to 1. They're going to fucking stomp Minnesota.
That's why I'm going with Green Bay as well. What about you, Tempest?
Yeah, I think you'd have to be pretty dumb to not go with the Green Bay Packers. Like, from everything I've heard, they're a pretty awesome team. So I'm going to go with them too.
Got the AA Ron. All right, now we have here's a game I'm looking into. Pretty interesting. It'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Arizona Cardinals.
Arizona have Adrian Peterson now.
Yeah, that's why I was like looking into it. That's gonna be a good one now.
And I'm still not sold on Tampa Bay. I don't think they're that good of a team. Everyone thinks it is a great team. I just don't see it. I don't like Jameis Winston. There's something about him I just don't like.
Yeah, I feel you that way. And I'm going with Arizona is because I feel like Peterson's is going to have that big impact with them now. They can finally get a running game going again, so it's just not relying on Palmer.
If you're going Arizona, then I'll go Tampa Bay.
All right.
I'll probably go with Arizona as well, because you said they were playing from home.
Yes, the Arizona Cardinals will be at home.
Yeah, so I'll go with them.
Nice. All right. Then we have, which I think will probably be the game of the week, will be the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Chiefs.
Man, the way Pittsburgh's playing, this is going to be a no contest. Chiefs.
You going Chiefs? I'll go just a little differently, just so I can hopefully get my win total back up. I'm going to go with Steelers.
I hope it's the Steelers because I have Le'Veon Bell. I want him to get like 85 points.
And what about you, Tip Dog?
I'm not sure about that one. I guess I'll go with the Steelers as well.
Nice. Okay, then we go to the Sunday night game, which will be the broken and drowning Giants.
Denver. Denver all the way. If you don't vote Denver, you're an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of they kind of screwed themselves with a Sunday night. That's going to be possibly a blowout.
Man, oh my God.
I'm going with Denver as well. What about you, the Tempest?
Well, I don't want to be an idiot, so I'm going to go with Denver too. Like, what else can I say after that?
Now watch the Giants put up 40 points against them somehow.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Eli Manning goes ham and throws like 700 yards and like 10 touchdowns, and Denver's like, what the hell's happening?
And then the Monday night game will be the Colts at the Titans.
Andrew Luck's been practicing, so he might be playing that game.
Yeah, I'm still going with Titans, though. Just the way they've been kind of rolling lately.
I'll go Colts then, just to go opposite of you.
All right, and what about you, the Tempest?
Why were you saying that you shouldn't be a Colts fan? Like, what's the reasoning behind that?
Because Tony likes him, basically.
Tony? Who's that?
He's in the league. He's beer money.
Okay.
He's one of the annoying fans. He's like, everyone on that team is the best. Andrew Luck's the greatest quarterback of all time. And Adam Vinatieri never misses a field goal, even though he's already missed one.
When he missed.
T.Y. Hilton's the greatest wide receiver in the history of football, he said 2 years ago. He's just an annoying fan that makes me hate that team.
But and also remember, Peyton Manning was only good when he was there. When he went to Denver, he was this complete ass.
Yeah, he was trash. Even though he broke every single season record a quarterback can have in a single season, but he's still trash.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. It's personal. Well, I think I will go with the Colts then, since that's the only reason why you don't like them. There's no reason for their gameplay or anything. It's just checking.
Well, no, they suck this year. I think did they even have a win this year?
I think they beat the Browns, and that's the only win.
That's funny.
Well, maybe my vote will give them hope, and they'll win for me.
Well, I voted for him too, so I'm on her side.
Alrighty. That's it for this week for predictions.
Right on. Well, that's all I have. Do you guys have anything?
Good luck to everybody except Bader, because I'm facing him.
Yeah, good luck to everybody except Bader, because it's Bader.
Yeah, fuck you, Bader.
Deuces!